Hi friends, it's your pal Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 9, The Piggyback. And we are still in Hawkins, and we pick it up in the Creel house, in the IRL Creel house, because events are happening in the IRL Creel house on the right side up, which is the IRL, and on the upside down, right, Creel house, right? And this is a major theme within, it grows across the Stranger Things series, where the upside down is something that is navigated, right? And it is extremely difficult to navigate. But it does have real world, over the top counterparts, which is really, quite fascinating, right? All right. So at this point, we reach the point where, oh, right, okay. So at this point, Max and Lucas are in the house, and Lucas is there protecting Max, and she has her headphones on, and her headphones, with running up that hill and her favorite beat jams, is going to keep her safe from Vecna, right? But Jason Carver arrives, all right, and so this is the check coming due for Lucas Sinclair. So Jason Carver is the captain of the basketball team, and he believes that Dungeons and Dragons is an evil occult game. Now, actually, this is not that crazy of this is, I hate using that term. This is not that outlandish of an idea. Sorry for using that term. It's ubiquitous. I hear it all the time. I'm trying to get it out of my speech. So it's not that outlandish of an idea. And the reason why is, first of all, Eddie Munson has confirmed for Jason Carver that it is satanic, right? Now, this was very unwise of Eddie Munson, right? Like, he leaned into saying, yes, this is connected to the occult and this is connected to Satanism. Now, why did he do that? He did not think it was connected to occult or to Satanism. Eddie Munson is a gatekeeper, right? He does not want casuals in the game, and this was a great way to say, hey, you don't play Dungeons and Dragons without a cost. You have to be committed. You have to be willing to pay a cost to play Dungeons and Dragons. I completely agree with Eddie Munson. I think there is a real cost to Dungeons and Dragons, but we don't talk about that enough. And but we do on my channel. There we go. All right, so basically, Max drops her, Jason Carver arrives, and he's like, oh my gosh, Lucas Sinclair, you are sacrificing. Oh, by the way, also, Jason Carver's girlfriend has been murdered by Vecna. Jason Carver's girlfriend has been murdered by a D&D villain, right? So, like, his idea that, like, D&D is connected to the occult is not that outlandish, right? Like, it's just... Also, just to be super clear, D&D was connected to the occult in the beginning. They literally had to take demons out of the game to make it more family friendly and to actually match the 12 and up label that it had, right? In its start, D&D very much was connected to the occult. That connection was not tenuous or like made up. It was quite real. And and the game had to decide, right? Like, it had to decide, are we going to be not even family friendly? Are we going to honor the 12 and up label on Dungeons and Dragons? And so that's why they had to sever connections to, the occult. I mean, this idea that it's so outlandish and ridiculous that D&D is connected to the occult. Just go back. Like, there is literally a book with a woman with no clothes on an altar, ready to be like sacrificed. Like, it's like, that is a D&D cover, right? Like, it's not just like, it's not made up. There were actually very strong connections to the occult in early D&D. And, and Dungeons and Dragons had to make a choice, and they had to say, like, okay, we need to back this off and start to sever connections to the occult. All right, let me keep focused here. All right. So at this point, Max, Lucas is there, and Jason Carver comes in, right? And he starts to fight Lucas physically. Lucas needs to be caring for Max, but he can't, right? Because he's fighting Lucas Sinclair. Or Lucas Sinclair can't help Max put her, music back on her head because Jason Carver is physically stopping him, right? Because he's confused. He thinks that Lucas Sinclair is sacrificing Max Mayfield, which is not correct. All right. So, at this point, Max is pulled into Vecna's dreamscape, right? And actually, that's not correct. It's like his mindscape. That's a better. It's not a dreamscape. It's a mindscape. Okay. Now, here's where we get to the piggyback. All right. So in Nevada, all right, Will, Jonathan, 11. Will, Jonathan, and Mike. Will, Jonathan, Mike, and Argyle. They take 11 and they take her to a Surfer Boy Pizza and they make a deprivation tank for her. They have like 600 pounds of salt. They put it into a freezer and they set this up so that she can piggyback into Max's mind. Okay. And so she does that. And she deals directly with Vecna, right? And begins to fight Vecna. But she fails, right? And Vecna is able to open the gate, and Vecna effectively kills Max, right? Now, he kills her in the mindscape, but he doesn't fully kill her body, but he does sever her consciousness to the point where she is effectively brain dead in the real world, right? It's pretty powerful. All that she has left is like her functioning breathing, right? It is a lot, right? So this plan to destroy Vecna actually fails, right? And Vecna is able to open up the final gate and massively connect Hawkins to the Upside Down in a permanent question mark, and certainly like more than temporary, this is not like a small connection. This is a massively distinct connection, right? So so you have all that going on, and finally you reach the point where she is and then and at this point the connection is made. Hawkins is connected to the Upside Down. Vecna is triumphant, and for once 11 hasn't just ridden in on a white horse. So we'll cut it off there. We'll continue with season 4, episode 9, the piggyback. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.